Dear friends, there are many of you who are out there and you have been asking me, why do I wear this blue wristband on which is written the inscription #Walk with Francis, Walk with Francis. And the explanation is pretty simple. This wristband was put on me 2 days ago, as it was also put on the wrist of many leaders in the Washington, D.C. area, in the presence of the Cardinal of the Greater Washington, D.C., and Father John Francis, the executive and president of the Catholic Charities. We pledge alongside the Cardinal and the Father and other leaders, including the executive of the county, that we're going to walk with Francis. What does walking with Francis actually mean? We actually realize, or we have been told, that Pope Francis actually enjoys following the ways of Jesus Christ. And so what were those things that Jesus Christ emphasized? The Bible says he went about doing good. He went about healing the sick. He went about preaching to the poor. He went about feeding people and did other things, restoration of relationships and stuff. He prayed for people. He did not pray only for his own, he prayed for people. And he did a lot of services for people. And the Bible tells us what should be true religion. It says that we should visit widows and orphans and related people. Oh, Jesus did a lot of charity, and he actually emphasized charity or love. That's why in St. Thomas University in Houston we took some training under the Institute of Social Justice, and the training had to do with Caritas and Veritatis, doing charity in truth. Charity in truth. There's a lot of charity that is done today that is not in truth. And there are many people who are saying that Pope Francis is beginning to restore truth in charity. Pope Francis is loving people. Pope Francis is going out there and meeting the sick and the lepers, the people with tuberculosis. He's visiting the hospitals. He goes to countries and he actually, he fellowships with the poor, with the marginalized, with the downtrodden. And so the Archdiocese of Greater Washington came together under the leadership of his cardinal to put together this initiative called Walk with Francis. And it's very simple. You are called upon to make a pledge by going to the website www.walkwithfrancis.org, and then you make that pledge. If you are not part of us who are in downtown during the press conference with the cardinal and the other leaders, with the chief executive of the county and the other leaders who are there, you are called upon now to go out there and to do some social justice work in the name of Francis, and working with Francis by doing that, helping the poor, helping the marginalized, helping the outright destitute, helping the homeless, helping people who are in families who are struggling, helping relationships that are broken and are threatened. Yes, we are working, we are standing with Francis, and I am one of those who pledging the Ntuba Ministries Association by wearing this band, by wearing this wristband, that I will stand with Francis from the day I took this pledge up to the day that Francis comes down to the Greater Washington area to visit and to commune with the church and his people. I was not the only one. There were rabbis and other people who were present, as you will see in our news media. Yes, we are called upon to work with Francis, and I expect and I call upon you to join the initiative. Go out there and help the poor. Find people who are lonely, find people who need help, find people who are sick and help them. Make sure that you contribute. It's the church that contributed in the initiation and signing of the Affordable Care Act, especially the sisters and the nuns. Yes, along that line, we should go out there and help the poor. Make policies and decisions which will help the poor. Make policies and decisions which will not only benefit the rich, but also help the poor. Are you ready to pray? For some of you, all you need to pledge is pledge that you will pray for many hours, for many days, as Francis